dinner. It was a good dinner. You ate every morsel. Your plate was so clean, you didn't have to put it in the dishwasher. The kitchen is sparkling and spotless. Everyone's asleep, and things are quiet. You're kind of twisting and turning in your bed, not really sleeping, and there's a nagging feeling in your stomach that says, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. What do? A lot of people I know slowly tiptoe down the stairs, making sure that last step doesn't creak, and give them away. They quietly feel their way to the kitchen and stand in front of the refrigerator with the door wide open, freezing them to death, trying to decide what to eat. Well, as you can see, I've done this thing a few times myself. Oh, I especially like going down for a midnight snack after Thanksgiving. All those leftovers, cold turkey and stuffing and cranberry sauce and potatoes, well, they just make one heck of a sandwich, now don't they? And after eating that last little bite, I would quietly creep back up the stairs and slip into bed unnoticed, unless, of course, I got caught. And then that was a totally different story. Late night eating is something, it's unavoidable. It is very similar to the cravings that we spoke before. There are times when even though you're supposed to be sleeping, your mind thinks you should be eating. Once again, it's just one of those things that happen and we have to deal with it. So what do? Well, if you're a late night eater, your body will become accustomed to having a lot of food sitting in your stomach. Your metabolism will slow down, and you know what's going to happen? That fat's going to get stuck inside. Your body's going to store it. And that's a no-no we want to avoid. Now, the best way to get around late night eating is to have an early dinner, say around 6 or 6:30 or so. Then use your joker card for a piece of fruit to have as a snack about an hour or two before bed. Chances are you're not going to get hungry. You won't have that feeling. You'll just go right to bed. Now, here's another idea. You know how you get hungry when you smell cooking? You smell that food cooking? Well, your late night food raids may be a result of smelling the odors left from dinner. So when you go to bed, crack your window open just a bit to get some fresh air. It's great for your health anyway. And instead of smelling, all those things you cook for dinner, you'll be breathing fresh air, which is low-cal. If you absolutely have to have a late snack, then make sure it's just a snack. Don't go downstairs ready to fix yourself meal number 2 of the evening. You have to remember, by the time you go to bed, you should have used up all your deal meal cards for that day. And anything you eat late at night will take you over your daily caloric limit. So don't forget, eating late at night will cost you, just like those cravings we talked about before will cost you. And if you must have something to eat, choose a snack from that ever-famous and lovely joker card. That way you'll only be about 35 to 40 calories over the limit of the day. One final thought. After you've had your little late night treat, I want you to go right back to bed upstairs and just go to bed and go to sleep. I don't care if you have to count sheep, sing lullabies to yourself, or pull the covers over your head. Please don't go back downstairs for anything else. Just go to sleep. Tomorrow will come sooner than you think. Oh, it'll be breakfast time. Wow. Scrambled eggs or French toast or maybe little apple pancakes or maybe that one slice of bacon or, I don't.
Hey everyone, so this video was about late night snacking and things to kind of prevent it. I just kind of wanted to throw out a couple things for those of us like me who are in a winter climate. One thing I know I run into problems with if we're having a storm, like late at night, for some reason the sky ends up looking really gray instead of like dark and black, and it keeps me awake. I do have 2 different eye masks. I haven't used the one, even though my mom gifted it to me years ago, and it was a weighted eye mask. It didn't work for me. If it works for you, great. Just couldn't really do with the pressure on my eyes. But what I do have beyond that is I have a cool mask. Well, I think it could be heated or cooled. And it's just like a regular eye mask. It doesn't put any pressure on. And so I slept with that last night, and that helped to kind of block things out. If it is a smell issue, and again, like me last night, not able to open your windows because it's like 15 degrees. I should clarify 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Then another option for you, thankfully I don't have that great of a sense of smell, so this hasn't ever bothered me, but if it is bothering you, get a humidifier, a cool mist humidifier, or a diffuser. You don't even have to go ham with the essential oils like I do. I don't use it all the time, I just use it sometimes. The brand I like to use is Eden's Garden. I usually order that off of Amazon, but you can order direct from their website if you don't want to deal with Amazon. Nature's Health, I think, is another one I get from the grocery store. But, get your favorite scent, preferably not a food one, and, put that in there, and hopefully that'll override any food scents that are still around in your place. So, just a thought on those, and, again, eating earlier is definitely a good idea. I've actually started doing that with my pain medication. That way I have it's not so late before I notice if my pain meds aren't working and if I need to take another dose. Then, if I take my meds at 8 and then 2 hours later at 10, I'm like, oh, probably should take another dose rather than, taking my meds at 10 and realizing at midnight that there's a problem. So, yeah, eating earlier, definitely a good plan. I actually eat my breakfast at 5:45 in the morning most days now because a certain little furball wakes me up that early. And then it's just, I have a little longer to get ready in the morning then if I have my breakfast then rather than waiting until my alarm would actually go off at like 6:30. So, yeah, just some ideas on my end, and hope you found this video helpful, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon. I should have recorded more today, but because I was off because of the weather, but I was really tired. Not that that's an excuse. That's just kind of what happened, and I allowed my tiredness to get to me and take a longer sleep than I should have. Hence the reason why my hair's all a mess. Taking responsibility for it, and hopefully I'll be better in the future. Bye.